Hello guys, how is it going? Welcome to another video tutorial. So this one is going to be about creating using struct field and struct type in Spark. So I'll basically be showing you how to create a struct type, a struct field, and using struct in Spark. So I'll be creating the program, the Spark job from scratch. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm just going to open the file and create a new project. So I'm using Scala and SBT is my build tool. So if I give it a name of Spark example tutorial, and I want to use the latest version of SBT and Scala version 2.13.8, and I'll click finish. The build to finish. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to my browser for now, and I'm going to type Maven Repository. Maven Repository is basically a site where I can find all the dependencies that I'll be using in my application. So I'll just type Spark. What I want to the dependency I want to use is the first one is Spark call. Since I'm using Scala version 2.13, I'll press that one. So I'll be using Spark version 3.2.1, and my SBT is my build tool is SBT, so I'm just gonna use that one. It's a bit slow. So I'll just copy everything here and go back to my Intellij Idea. Close this one. So let me try to open the file again. Okay, so I'll just paste the dependency here, and I'll go ahead and get the next one. The next one is going to be for Spark SQL. So I'll be using Spark Call and Spark SQL. So this is for Spark SQL. Version 2.13 Scala, and it's a SBT. I just copy and go back to Intellij Idea and paste it. If you want, you can make this one a bit cleaner by writing val dependencies equal to sequence. So what you have to do is just copy this one and paste it there, and so that is a bit cleaner. So yeah, I think that's what you have to do. If you want, you can just go ahead and write Spark version equal to 3.2.1 and just replace this one with Spark version. And the next one as well, Spark version. So that is it. What I have to do is just I think I'm getting some error somewhere. Okay, I need to put comma there. Okay, yeah. All you have to do now is just refresh, and what it's doing now is basically importing all the dependencies that we specified in this build.spt file. So what I'm going to do is just go into my src folder and go into the mail folder, and go into Scala, and what I want to do here is create a package. So I'll go here and click on package. The package name I want to give it structure is let me give it a data frame. Yeah, that should be fine. And I want to go ahead and create a so you click here, Scala class, and what I want to create is object, and I will give it a name of struct type, struct field. Okay, struct type, struct field, and press enter. So that should create my object here. As you can see here, the package data frame. So the thing is, I still have to wait for this one to finish, otherwise I will not be able to use the libraries. Okay, it's finished now, as you can see here. So what I want to do right now is create a Spark session. To create a Spark session, you have to use first of all, before I create a Spark session, I want to extend app. If I extend app, it will allow me to basically compile and run the applications. Like so within app class, there is a main method that allows you to basically run the applications. So what I'll go ahead to do is create a Spark session. Spark equal to Spark session dot builder dot master, and then give it a local of one node, and next thing is app name. I'll give it a Spark example tutorial, and I want to get a create. So that is it. Spark session is created. So what I want to do next is create like the data set that I want to use. So basically provide the data that I want to use for creating a data frame. I'll give it data, simple data equal to sequence. So I'm going to give it a row. In Spark there is a row function that you can use to basically create a set of rows of data. So as you can see here, the rows is import within spark.sql. So the data I want to give to that row is going to be so the first one is James, and that will be like first name, and that will be the next one will be like middle name, and the third one will be like last name. This means and the next one will be like the ID, like some random ID. The next one will be like gender, that will be and 3, that will be like 3,000. That will be salary, something like that. And then I'll get the next row. I think I have this. I just copy and paste because it's taking a long time to type. So just paste it here. Okay, yeah. So okay. Okay, so to start the row. Okay, I've got my data. The next thing I need to do is create a schema. So I'll just say simple schema, and what I'm going to do is use struct type. In order to use struct type, I have to import it. So I'll basically have to I configured my Intellij Idea to automatically import any library that I want to use. So it's going to automatically import it. So I just say new struct type. So if I press Alt Enter, it will import that for me. So that, okay. Then what I want to do is white dots. So the next thing is basically when you have your struct type, right, you have to so struct type basically take the array of struct fields. So struct fields is basically the field, like the column of your data, of your the column you want to apply to your data frame, and the data type for that column. So I'm just going to write because it's array, I'm going to use array, and then struct field, struct field, struct field. It has to basically import the struct field here. So press. Okay. So let me give space for this. So in that struct field here, I need to specify the column name for this one, and the column name I want to give that that one is going to be first name, and comma. The data type is going to be string type, and also I have to import string type from type, as you can see up there. I need to say, you can see this is struct field. These are all the kind of the types that I need, so it has to import them. So the next thing I'm going to, I can say true. okay, slug field, and the second one is going to be media name, and I need to give it a string type, and nullable is sort of true. By default the nullable is true, so you may not have to specify it if you don't want to, so you can just leave it like that. So the next one is going to be last name, and the next one is going to be struct field. Just copy and paste. So the one for this is first name, middle name, last name. This is going to be ID, and it's a string type. I think the ID is string type, and the next one is going to be the gender column, and the data type is string type. The last one is going to be the salary. Data type is going to be integer type. This is just some example from Spark by example website. So I need to import integer type basically, comma. So that is it. So what I need to do next is basically create the data frame. I will use the method called spark.create data frame. So I have to, before I can create a data frame, right, I have to basically convert the data to RDD, right? So if I simple RDD equal to spark dot to use to basically convert it to RDD, you have to use spark context to parallelize the data. So the parallelize, so the data I want to parallelize is simple data. So that is it. So my RDD, I'll give it as a simple RDD, and the schema is going to be simple schema. So that is it. So if I write df.print schema and df.show, it should print the schema and also show the data frame. So I'll just run the application now. So if everything goes well, it should work. Okay, you can see it's printed the schema on the console right now, and it's just giving me some log. I will show you how you can get rid of the log. Now it's printed the data frame. As you can see, this is the first name, middle name, last name, ID, and gender as well. So what I want to do is basically get rid of the log. So I'll just go here, and to get rid of the log, you have to use spark.context.set log level. What I want to do is basically log any error if there is an error. I mean, log any error that might occur, but if there is no error, it should just log the data frame onto the console. So I'll just use error. So that will do that for me. Okay, the next thing I want to show is basically using a nested row. So nested struct type. So instead of this one, let's say for example we want to have a row like for example we want to have a list of data. For example, okay, we have a first name, last name, and a middle name. We want to put them as an array in the same column. So we want to have them together in the same column. Maybe, for example, within a name column. So that is what I want to show you right now. So I'll create a new data. Let's say it's call it structured data, just like it's in the website. So okay, the one I want to group in the same column is going to be the name. So it's going to be this 1, 2, 3, the first name, middle name, and last name. So I want to group them in the same row. So this is in the same column. This is first column, and this will be the second. This will be third, and this will be fourth. So I just do the same for the rest. Rows be there with should be there, and row and the new row and the other one. This the last one. Okay. Okay, so that is that. So the next thing I want to do is create a data schema for this new data. So I'll just call it structure schema. So that's going to be so in this one I'm going to be using the add method instead of a struct field, because the struct field is going to be give me some time to type everything up. So I'll just use a struct type the method called add. So since I'm going to have a new a new row, so I'll just follow this this thing here. So it's like we are going to have add here, and we have another add method inside the first add. So it will be like this. So it will be so first of all, in your add method you have to give the column name. So the column I want to give for this column is going to be name. So the column name I want to give it is going to be name, and so if I give it name, and I need to also specify the data type for the what can I say? The column name or the schema for the data within that column. So in order to do that, I have to use a new struct type. Struct type. So I need to put a comma here, and so I'll use new struct type dot add. So inside here, the first column is going to be name. And give me a second. So it's actually first name. So it's first name, and the data type is string type. I don't know why I'm getting this error here. I need to check. Okay, I'm not getting it again. So so for the second one, dot add, the name is going to be middle name, and the type is going to be string type, and the third one is going to be dot add last name, and the type is going to be string type as well, string type. So so basically this is the data schema, or the column names for those three data within this row. So like for example, we have first name for Robert, middle name for the middle name is not given, and the last name is Williams. So that is why we have this first name, middle name, and last name. So so the next thing is going to be so basically this add here, right? This add, it ends so we'll use let me close it. Okay, it ends there. So the new add will be for this one, will be for the next one, which is ID. I'll give it ID. The type is going to be string type, and the next one is going to be add, which is for the gender, and the type is going to be string type as well. And the last one is going to be for salary, at salary, and the type is going to be integer type. Okay, yeah, I think that is it. So what I will do is basically create a new RDD structure. What am I typing? Structure. Come on, structure RDD equal to. Does that make sense? Let me just say new RDD equal to spark context dot parallelize I want to parallelize the structure data. Okay, cool. So the next thing is I'll write structure df equal to spark dot create data frame. My data frame, the RDD is new RDD, and the schema is going to be structure schema. Okay, structure schema. Okay, that should do it for me. And so what I want to do is basically print the schema. So structure df dot print schema, and structure df dot show. So if I run the application again, it should build that one. So while that one is is building, right, I want to go ahead and show you how you can basically work with how you can use when and otherwise function in Spark. So in order to use when, basically you have to use those functions on a data frame. So I'll go ahead and create let me say updated df, like basically maybe you want to update your the column, you want to update your data frame. So you can use when and otherwise a method. So let me quickly show you what we've just done. As you can see, our new application, right, it has the name, right, the name, and the name column has the first name, middle name, and last name. And as you can see in this data frame, so that's the first name, middle name, and the last name. And this one is just for ID, gender, salary. So that's basically how you can use struct type on basically for nested data, or how you can use a nested struct type. Okay, as I was saying, so we can use structure df dot, which we have to use with column. And so what I want to basically use with column, see, what I want to do is basically change the let's say I want to basically delete I want to drop this this ID, gender, and salary, right? I want to drop them and basically create combine everything into a new array, just like we have name here, right? So I'll go here and say, in order to do that, I have to use something called a struct within a Spark. So it's another function that you can use to do to perform such operation. So so the column name I want to give is order info, or just a normal info, and so I have to use struct. I basically want you to import struct for me, so I just import struct, and so if I do that, what I can do now is so I want to show you how you can basically change the each column to maybe a new name. For example, you want to change the ID to my ID, you have to use call. To use call, you have to import it. So call ID dot, how to change it to maybe my ID, and so that's what you could do with that. And the next one is gender. I want to convert it to sex. Gender dot as sex, and the next one is going to be let's say salary. I want to change it to income as income, and so as I said, I want to show you how to use when function. Basically, what I want to do use when function for is when I have this like 20,000, I want I want to show low, or maybe if what am I saying? What I want to do is basically if a salary is less than 3,000, I want to show low. But if it's like less than if it's greater than 4,000, I want to show high. But if it's within 3,000 and 4,000, I want to show like a medium. So that is basically what I'm going to do with when function. So to use that, I will put comma here and write when the column, and the column name is I have to import when if I want to use it. It's giving me a it should be imported from functions, so it's probably imported. Okay, call salary. So I want to I don't think I need to cast it as integer type again anymore, because already integer type. But if it's string type, you can just cast it out integer type. And so what I want to do is basically when it's greater than or when it's less than 3,000, I'll have comma low here, low, and so I'll put another when dot when, like just like when you're using if it's greater than 3,000, return low. If s, return maybe medium. So call salary cost integer type less than 4,000, return medium as medium, and otherwise I want to return high. Otherwise return high, just like when using if s. So and I want to so for this whole thing here, I want to put everything as I want to put everything like as the salary grade, something like that, or salary grade. So I'll use alias in that case. Salary grade. So now, okay, now if I print it here, update df dot print updated df dot print schema, and So first of all, I want to drop the ID. So the ID, the gender for the previous data frame will be dropped. And I want to drop salary as well. So salary. I don't know where I'm getting error. Something is wrong somewhere. Updated the I tap there was like spelling mistake, so and I want to show it. Updated df.show. I think there is updated. So if I show you now if I run the application now, it should change the previous schema, right? And give me a new one. So the next thing I want to do before that one finishes is I want to select the new data frame. So var new df equal to select. So I want to select the column of we have we've given this where is it again? So we've given this new data frame a new column name, which is called info, right? So I want to use that info. Okay, I'll show you from this. The application has finished running, right? You can see we don't have ID, gender or sex, right? Gender or salary. So we've dropped them and we've put them like a new kind of a set of array of basically data. So this will be the ID, and this will be the gender, and this will be the salary. So I can now select them by saying updated df.select. So I want to select info.id. But remember that we have changed the ID to my ID, right? So it's going to be info.myid, and so I have to use code here. Called info.myid. The next one is going to be just want to make this one clean. This next one is going to be called info dot I think this one is instead of gender we have sex, right? Info dot sex, and sex. And the next one is going to be called info dot salary, no, dot income, because we change it to income, not salary, right? So what we do right now is display the data frame dot show. I don't want to truncate it, so I just put false there. Okay, I run the application again. So now you see that we have a new, it selects this ID and this sex and the desire as well. So it's basically we put them into a new column. So just wait a bit. Okay, that's the first schema and the first data frame. So if everything goes well, right? So you can see we've got the my ID, sex, and income. So that is basically what it does there. And so for this one, right? For the I think the code we did here, right? If the ID is less than 3,000, it will put low, as you can see here. If we put low, but this in this case it's probably put medium, right? But we cannot see them because it was truncated, so that's why. Alright, that is what I want to show you guys in this video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a comment, give a like if you like this video. Also, please don't forget to subscribe as well to, you know, I'll be doing more video like this, so you will be getting more video like this if you are interested. So once again, thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye.